Welcome back everybody to another video. It's your boy Ali, and today, wherever you're watching from, I hope you're having that wonderful day or wonderful night. As you can see, you got a face cam today, so shout out to that. Hope everyone's enjoying a bit of a face cam footage. I know I said I was going to have that in a couple of videos later on, so hopefully I'll try and introduce that a bit more. Let me know if you guys do like it. Today I've got a really awesome video, so we're going to run through sort of the end of year TCG release guide. There's a couple of things still coming out towards the end of the year, a lot of big, items and shiny bits of cardboard in the product that we're going to be having. So I wanted to run through that, give a bit of a breakdown for those that might not be sure what's coming out, what the dates are, and those sorts of things. So hope you do really enjoy the video. Let me know if anyone's got any comments down below for sort of formatting they want, things they might want to see, if they might like more of these. Really like to appreciate that. Before I get into what's in there, I wanted to shout out my friend. I don't know if you can see it on the camera here. My friend, my dear friend that does watch my videos, I appreciate the show. I just had my birthday this week, so my favorite character for the long-term subscribers knows it's Zoro, so you got me a really awesome Zoro shirt, so I do really appreciate that. Now let's move straight on to the video. So, as we can see, you're probably going to have the images up on screen for what I'm going to be showing. The very next thing we have coming out actually in about a week's time, next Friday, at least for us here in Australia. I think these dates are pretty universal for when the products do come out and when they're released. I'm fairly certain the 25th of October, obviously depending on what time zone you're in, might release the day before or after us here in Australia. For the 25th of October, we've got a bunch of decks coming out. Now, this is pretty exciting for some people, especially those Blue Doffy players, you know, the blue deck that's coming out as well too. I'll have them out on the screen there. So, of course, to start off with for ST15, you've got the red deck, Edward Newgate. For ST16, it's the green Uta. ST17, there it is, the blue Doffy Doflamingo. ST18 is purple Luffy. And then for ST19, you've got the black Smoker. And then ST20, the yellow Charlotte Katakuri. So I'm fairly certain, unless I'm mistaken, all these leaders are actually going to be reprints of the leaders that are already out. So it's going to be a bit of a mixture in terms of what's going to be in the decks as well. What you're going to have some reprints of the cards there, ones that might have been harder to find as well. And I think that new event that's going to be in the blue Doffy deck is what's exclusive to that one. But a lot of those as well are going to have some reprints you'll be seeing in there too. So it's some really good reprints, I guess, from the card game that they're doing. Bandai's releasing some more of that stuff, which is what you'll also see in the PRB01 for that first sort of special set towards the end of the year that we have coming out in November as well. That's going to be a lot of reprints, so it's really good for those struggling to, you know, find those harder cards that are financially quite expensive to get and really hard to complete some decks. So it's especially with, I guess, a lot of new players coming into the game, which we're seeing recently, which is really good. I think it's something that's really awesome they're doing for releasing those ones there. So those ones are hitting shelves on the 25th of October. Now, I think depending on your local TCGs and how that's going there, might be a bit harder to find the stock as well, unless it's a store that doesn't have or hasn't taken pre-orders for it, I should say. Whereas if you've secured your pre-order, you should be fine for that. Obviously, you have, you know, one or two decks. Usually, depending on what color you're playing, you want to grab two of those decks, so you have a play set with the two cards, depending on how many come in the deck of the card that you're wanting. So really, really nice and soon, 1 week away. That's sort of the first thing we have towards this end of year. We've got those decks coming out, so we know some blue players are going to be really excited and happy with that coming out there too. See maybe a bit of a changing meta or how things will go with the sorts of decks, people jumping back into the old leaders as well, which would be really good. Then we move straight on to November. So this is obviously the big one here for PRB, as mentioned before. But I'll start off with the Devil Fruit Collection Volume 2 because that's coming out on the same day. Both these two, the PRB01 are the 8th of November and the Devil Fruit Collection 2. I'm trying to find a picture obviously for the video, but I don't think they've got any official art released for it yet, unless I'm wrong and I haven't been able to find it. But I'm fairly certain, as mentioned before in previous videos, for the Devil Fruit Collection Volume 2, you're going to have Ace's Fruit. So it's going to be that, is it the Meta Nomi? We're going to have the Flame Fruit, and it's going to be really nice looking, I'm sure, just like the Luffy one, which I actually have on my desk here, you won't be able to see. Do really like that, how it's a nice little sort of eggshell with the things that it's holding inside when it opens. I'll try and do an opening for that for everyone too. Really nice bit of content there, especially what they bring in those decks. Really nice exclusive Don and things like that. A couple of variety packs too. So that's no doubt going to be really awesome. The Devil Fruit Collection Volume 2 dropping the same day on the 8th of November. As of course, we've just spoken about it, the Premium Booster 1, PRB01, hitting on the 8th of November as well. just a couple of weeks after all these decks will be coming out. And as mentioned, going to be reprint city here. So you're going to have lots of cards that have been harder to find or a bit more expensive, especially that secret rare Katakuri. So he's making a comeback here, adding a bit of a different art. They're going to be having them in, but, you know, more of a chance we're going to have in it. I think based off the research I've done as well, it's not going to be as many packs as the previous OP sets, I guess, the regular booster sets that are coming out. So it'll be a bit of less packs, maybe more cards in the packs. We'll see how that goes. Obviously, stay tuned for the channel, hit a like and subscribe. We're definitely going to be doing an opening of that, because of course the main hitter, the best card that's going to be in that one is the Manga Nami. So we're definitely going to try and hunt for the Manga Nami. First manga for the channel. Those long-term viewers know we haven't hit a manga just yet, so what other great manga to pull other than obviously Manga Zoro that we do really want, the boy Zoro here. It wouldn't be bad to get the Manga Nami for sure, that's for sure there. So we've got a lot of nice really cards in there, nice reprints. Some of the great things about it, especially those alternate sort of dons that you can get. So if you're not aware, have a bit of a Google on the pictures. It'll be too much to put on the screen there. There's so many different variety of dons that are very nicely character themed, like especially speaking of for the Doffy players for their deck, I'm sure they love to sort of kit it out. There's like a Doffy Smile one, it's got like a gold border. Even like, I guess, new Sabo with Ace's Fruit with the Flare Fist. There's so many different varieties of the cool Don that you can have. You have them in sort of like a standard form that you can get in regular Don, and then you have sort of like a special edition, which makes it nice and shiny for us collectors here. And those ones I think you can see sort of for from the Japanese markets, they're already, depending on obviously the character, the popular ones there, they're already peaking up a little bit in terms of what the cost is for them. So if you're trying to get the English versions, depending obviously where you are in the world, unless you're collecting Japanese cards and playing the Japanese card game in Japan, depending on how that is, it might be quite expensive if you want to get a playset of a certain Don there too. So that'll be very interesting to see. But I guess really cool sort of special set that we do have. Another one that's sort of in between, kind of like your extra booster or your EBO one with the chopper, the nice little pink box that we had. That one obviously being partway through a main set. So really nice to sort of have that, I guess, and definitely a little bit more expensive based off what we've seen. So I think for the style of format of the box, a little bit more there as well. So it does depend there too. Now, what we have for the 6th of December, coming up right after that. So we're gonna have a little bit of a month break. I've seen, obviously depending on the kind of sleeves that you do want to have, or you know, you have the sets of 4 that come out every now and then. Just happened to find this before making the video. I don't think I was able to find images for it as well. I'll see if we can get it up on screen there. So we've got 4 new protector sleeve sets. So nothing too special there, depending on what we just had recently. Some nice new ones dropped, just the set 8 of them for the card game that has come out too. Now for the final piece, end of year for the One Piece card game, we've got probably one of the most, aside from the PRB01 obviously, we've got the most exciting booster box we've got coming out here, OP09, Emperors in the New World. Now of course, just like it was for OP05, we're going to be having 4 manga rares in here. Or sorry, I should discuss quickly for PRB01, they are also reprinting mangas for that too. So aside from having Manga Nami in there, you're going to have the first 4 manga. So there's obviously Manga Shanks, Ace, and then it was the Sabo and Soga King. So you're going to have those chance to get those 4 again as well. And as being in the 4 with the Emperors in the New World, going to have some really nice manga there. Of course, you're going to have Gold Roger in the first style of a gold manga. So it's going to be not like the sort of silver and white format that they've been so far, but it's going to be a golden manga for Gold Roger there. And then of course, being the 4 new Emperors is the set of it, you're going to have 4 mangas for the 4 new Emperors of the New World. So obviously that being Buggy, Blackbeard, Shanks, and the new Luffy as well. So obviously you had a Shanks and a Luffy manga already, but they're going to be in different stylings of arts and formats there too. And of course with your new leaders coming out, as mentioned previously, probably wanting to play one of them being Robin. That's going to be really nice sort of alt arts they have there for those. And of course, obviously beautiful sort of your SP cards there again. So Nami's going to be another big one here. As you can see, they're really ramping up the Nami cards, the waifu cards, Bandai are pumping them out. But of course, there's a really nice SP of Nami coming out there as well. And, you know, set of other characters, Dragon, and I think some other ones that would be really nice too. Really nice cards again, of course, coming out towards the end of the year. And of course, adding to maybe a new change in the meta. So we'll see how that goes there. And that's pretty much what we've got there. So we've got quite a few decks coming out in the next week. The next few months will be pretty obviously close together, especially with October and November. Then of course your Devil Fruit collection is the same day as PRB01. set 8 protector sleeves coming out at the start of December. So obviously if everyone really kind of cares, you know, with the sort of deck sleeves you use, nice little variety coming out again. And then of course, to finish out and round out the year, we've got the OP09 Emperors in the New World on the 13th of December as well. So really nice sort of end of year release schedule. We've got Bandai are emptying our wallets for sure. It's going to be really hard to, I guess, get a lot of these sets and things. So I guess spend your money wisely, especially if you're looking for some of those special dons that are going to be in PRBO1, maybe the mangas you're after, or just certain cards, especially some of the reprints that you're trying to get, which should actually hopefully, as mentioned, make it nice and cheap. So should be a bit of good variety there as well for all the characters and things and cards that you're looking for. So it should be really good there. So thanks everyone so much for watching. Probably a bit of a shorter video as well, just a bit of an update. Hope it does help some people get some, you know, confirmed dates and see when things are coming out. So I guess maybe if it is obviously something a bit dearer for you, or it's, you know, a bit more expensive and things like that, you can try and save your money and sort of allocate it, I guess, wisely, we should say as well. So try and spend your money wisely there and get everything you can, especially if you're looking for certain cards too. So I really hope everyone's enjoyed this video format. Again, let me know if you want to see some more. And of course, if you are new, we are on a journey here for the Owly channel. The Owly army has been growing strong so far since the start of this year. Would really appreciate anyone new here hitting that like and subscribe. Absolutely smash that button there. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Of course, pushing onwards there, but that is the next goal for the channel. So would really appreciate that for anyone new. If you are new to the channel, plenty of content. Been putting out videos since January. A lot of openings, some updates as well. Sort of did a deck build for Kagara too, so I'm trying to sort of really mix up the content for everyone in the card game and the TCG community too. Thanks everyone again so much for the support so far. I really hope you've enjoyed the video. Any comments, as mentioned before, pop them down below. Let me know if you have liked the new format of the video and you like the update here too. But of course, we'll see you all in the next one.